Farrah's sighing because Brandon's always lying.
Brandon is a huge liar. He lies about everything.
She lies just as much as I do.
He has never caught me lying.
But when they both had blind dates, Brandon made her late.
She had actually told me she was at the beauty salon.
You lied to your date.
Now that they've all learned the truth,
What's the number one thing you're looking for in a spouse? Farrah?
Honesty.
will these two try to never again lie?
She lies just as much as I do.
He has never caught me lying.
Or will they have a change of heart?
Chris Jagger, welcome to Change of Heart. Now, today's couple, let me tell you about them, because they met while she was selling shoes at the mall. Now, she liked his style, and he was rather sold on her smile. And for the past 9 months now, they've been soulmates. See? Now, lately, though, she says he's been a real heel. Yes, Buddy insists that she's been walking all over him. So, let's meet them both and find out why they're having such troubles. Please welcome Brandon Clay and Farrah Wheeler. Welcome to the show, and Farrah, let me start with you. Tell us what it was about Brandon's style that you were so attracted to.
When I first saw him, I thought he looked so innocent, so adorable, and he had so much energy. I just had to pursue him, and he's actually the first guy I ever pursued.
First guy you ever went after?
First guy.
Very nice. Now, Farrah, though you said he's a heel lately, tell us why that's the problem.
Brandon is a huge liar.
No, I'm
he
not.
lies everything. I'm busting. He
She just
cheated on
goes,
me.
no. When you go looking for trouble, you find trouble.
I don't look for trouble.
you're saying she's just
Sometimes trouble
snooping
just
around,
comes
but-
to bite
Oh,
you in
yes,
the butt.
always.
But
she
you
checks
said
my
she
pages,
found
she
things.
checks my voicemail on a regular basis, and she got a message from my cousin who I haven't seen in 3 years, and she took that and ran with it.
The cousin.
No,
The
not
oh, my
even.
cousin.
He-
Now, Brandon,
no.
what about you? You ever catch her lying or doing anything?
Oh, every day,
Not even.
constantly.
He has never caught me lying. About
Give me
what?
one good one.
She says she hasn't seen her ex in 5 or 6 months. She's over there every other weekend.
Never. Oh, no, it is not like that. I've never been over there every other weekend. Maybe when we first started dating.
Now, Brandon, if you listen to her, she's like making you out to be a big player. What would you call her?
Miss Princess. She was She was the Rose Court Princess in 1997 for the Rose Bowl, and she thinks she's a princess to this day.
No.
She wants to be pampered, loved, the whole nine. Yes.
No. I do like to be pampered. I should
Yes.
be.
24 hours a day when you don't get it in return.
I do give it in return. Wrong.
You can't be spoiling her all one way. So, Farrah, do you think it's just that you expect too much from Brandon, or?
I expect him to be a boyfriend. I expect someone to adore me, to treat me like a lady.
I do. I do.
No, you don't.
Okay. Now, you have certain expectations, which are legitimate. Does he not pay attention? Does he focus on himself, or what's going on?
Brandon's always in the mirror. I mean, I would like him to show me.
Whoa, no, I'm not.
Himself.
No,
He doesn't hug me enough. I mean, a girl wants that. A girl wants I gotta hug her to kiss her.
But you don't want attention in public. You want it private. You don't want to show me that we're together in public. Because you might see somebody you might like, and you never know. That'll mess up your game. So we don't know.
Now, Brandon, she obviously wants you to be more giving. Does she have other expectations that you're not meeting?
She wants me to be a sexual psychic.
Explain that one.
Anytime she comes up next to me, it's just like she expects me to, okay, that's my cue to start doing stuff.
He's
Let
been
me
around
know.
me for 8 months. If I come up next to him, he should want to show me attention and affection. He tells me, oh, if you want something, come and get it.
Basically, if you want something, go get it.
I shouldn't have to go get it. I'm a lady.
Yeah, but sometimes they want you to
something.
be a little bit more aggressive. You know, you can understand a
Yeah.
woman's perspective from
I
that.
am, but every now and then it's okay for her to do a little, every now and then.
Now, Brandon, what about the relationship? Is she giving enough for you?
Oh, she gives, the days we have great times, we go out to the park, we have great time, but just, I wish we had some more good days.
Not enough of those right now.
Every now and then.
Okay,
have
that's
our-
understandable. Brandon, what goes on those days that Farrah is aggravating you on the days that you're not getting along?
She is the nosiest person I've ever met in my life.
Was she always snooping?
Oh, yes. Even my dad knows. Me and my dad are talking, and she just
But
butts
I
in the
can't
conversation, say,
help
what?
it. No, I'm not nosy. I'm inquisitive.
You're
I'm
interested.
No, you're
No, I'm
nosy. It's a
inquisitive.
difference.
I like to know things. I can't help it.
You add your 2 cents when it's not worth a dime.
I feel it's worth a dollar.
So when you're not looking for her 2 cents, she's throwing it in
Oh,
anyway.
yes, and then she does not value my opinion for anything.
I do value your opinion
I'll tell you the answer to a question you asked 10 other people.
because I
Just
like
to
to
make
know.
sure.
I like
She likes to do
make
polling.
Sure, yeah.
Brandon, why now go on these dates outside the relationship and come on the show?
Mainly it's a loyalty thing. She has 2 major friends right now, and before she had friends and she dropped them basically. I just want to make sure I'm not like a friend that she just drops when things get serious.
It's not a loyalty thing. It's not about my loyalty. My loyalty to him is totally genuine. It's his loyalty. He's already cheated in a relationship.
So we got loyalty and a little bit of a trust factor that we're dealing with. Now, coming up, Brandon asked his date intimate questions that he's never even asked Farrah. What were they and why did he ask them? We're going to find out next, so stay tuned. his date. In fact, he planned to drive her up the Pacific coastline and romance her in beautiful Santa Barbara. Well, he didn't want to go with a princess, so we found him a gem. Please welcome Diamond Richardson. Hello, Diamond. Glad to see you. Have a seat. Welcome to the show. And Brandon was going to take you out. So, Diamond, were you all excited about a drive up the coast and the plans for the date?
Yes, at first I was. I was really excited. Couldn't wait for the day to get started. Yeah. Then I end up waiting around the house all day for Brandon to come back, and he never calls. Then he finally called me later. Then he says that he had to cancel.
Now, Brandon, I mean, that's kind of odd. I mean, what were you doing? Why'd you have to cancel?
No, it was a big family emergency that I had to do.
Family emergency. Farrah, what was the emergency? What was it?
The emergency was he couldn't rent a car. Brandon doesn't have a car. And he actually couldn't rent a car, and the day kind of just didn't go too well.
So, Diamond, obviously you guys rescheduled for the next day. Did you still get that vibe, though, like something wasn't really right, something wasn't on the up and up?
Yeah, he told me he was going to pick me up at 12:15, so he shows up 2 hours later.
Again?
Without a car. So I'm like, something's not right. Something's not adding up here.
This ain't a dream date. This is more like a nightmare at this point. What's going on?
Much. The car, I just couldn't rent the car. Just got dropped off. I knew I wasn't doing too well, so I brought a dozen roses.
Well, you're doing at least something
trying to make it better.
So, Diamond, the date finally got started. It was your car, though. Did you have a problem that he had to borrow your car to get the date going?
No, not really. I was really excited, and we had a really good time. We were listening to music, and we just had a great time. But the thing was, he made me pay for the gas.
Brandon!
I was going to offer, but she went over and with her. She had a speed pass or something. I was going to offer, but she
He should have.
Right, you didn't, though. Now, Brandon, could you tell that Diamond was eventually, though, starting to warm up to you once you got going?
Yeah, 45 minutes into the ride, water fell on my pants, and she started busting up laughing, so I guess that broke the ice and got the date going.
Well, a nice icebreaker, a little water in the crotch, of course. Now, I understand that your first stop on that trip was the zoo, so I gotta know, was there any monkey business going on, Diamond?
Yeah, kinda, we kinda got touchy-feely, little, love taps, really. Yeah.
Now, Diamond, you're spending some time with Brandon. Did he give you, an opportunity to get to know you personally?
As a matter of fact, he asked me a lot of questions, wifey questions.
Wifey questions.
He was drilling me, basically.
Now, you know what I have here? I've got questions and I've got answers, because before the show, just to explain this to everybody, Diamond told us some of the questions that Brandon was asking. So we're going to actually do a little test here where we give, here's your answers, because we wrote those down ahead of time, and I have the questions, and we're going to give Farrah and Diamond a chance to respond to the same questions and to see who's more suited for your future, Brandon. All right, ladies, question number 1. Would you rather live in the future in the city or a suburb? Diamond.
The city.
The city, Farrah?
Suburb.
Brandon, you said?
City.
City. Okay. Question number 2. What's the number 1 thing you're looking for in a spouse? Diamond?
Affection.
Affection. Farrah?
Honesty.
Honesty. And you said? Affection. Hello, Diamond. All right, one more question. In the future, how many kids would you like to have? Diamond? 2? Farrah?
10. I love
10?
kids.
And Brandon, you said?
4.
4. Again, Diamond a little bit closest. Well, I would say maybe based on those questions alone, you would be a little better suited for the future. Yeah. Do you think that's true, Farrah? No. So, Diamond, you were honing in there, I guess. But did you feel like he was picking up on the vibe that you guys were on the same path?
Well, actually, no, because we were walking outside and it was quite cold. So I was assuming that he was going to put his arm around me, but he kept gesturing for his jacket. Well, you can hold my jacket if you want, but I thought he was going to be a little bit more affectionate than that.
Yeah, Brandon, there's an obvious one there. Outside, you're a little cold. You want to...
Not obvious to me. I'm like my father. We get no hints of affection or flirting or nothing. We get absolutely nothing.
Right. Well, we heard Farrah say that earlier, that you're totally clueless, even when she's like rubbing up against you. So, what's going through your mind at that point, though? What are you thinking about?
I was noticing she had on a nice tight skirt, and I was noticing she had a thong.
Oh.
And it just made me... She seemed like the type of person that would wear, like, the matching lace, just the nice undergarments.
So I'll give you that one, distracted by the thong. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Now,
Farrah, on the
what
other
would she
hand,
wear?
she wears big teal drawers. Like, look like your grandmother wears, like,
Even,
wow.
No, they're not big. They're called bikini brief. I don't like having a string up the
They
top
go
of my
from your
butt
knee
all
to
the
your
time.
butt.
All right, Diamond, let me go back to you. Did Brandon ever make a move on you while you guys were together?
Yeah, once in a while he'll get affectionate with me. We'll brush up against each other, or he'll put his arm on my leg in the movies. But he'll hold back. I can feel him holding back.
So it wasn't hardcore moves that he was putting on you. Why do you think he was so reserved and holding back?
Because he told me that him and his girlfriend going on Change Your Heart is a test of their relationship. But I don't look at this as a test because they had time to prepare and study for this test. Now, if it was a pop quiz, Brandon would be all over me.
You really think so?
So, Diamond, you're saying if you guys just happen to be out at the same place, then boom, he'd be all over that.
That's right.
No.
That's
You
right.
guys are too good at
And
it.
Brandon, why do you say you were holding back?
I wasn't really
It
holding
wasn't because
back.
of me.
That would probably be the right answer.
It just when with her, she turns me down on a regular basis when I try and show affection, and I'm used to getting turned down, so I hold back and make sure that
Sometimes
the
he tries to
affection.
show affection when I'm doing other things and don't have time to cuddle
Right,
up.
but I
what?
see Brandon's point to that fear of being rejected again. You makes you hold back a little bit. But maybe if you had a second date, things would be a little different. But we don't know if it's going there yet. In fact, before we do anything else, up next we're going to find out why Farrah's date says her lips are as sweet as wine. Stay tuned. Asked us for a sensitive guy who would actually appreciate her 2 cents and also the value of telling the truth. So we found her a poet who says he'll give her plenty of pennies for her thoughts. Please welcome Darren Harris. Welcome, Darren, and why the big dancing entrance?
Well, dancing is Farrah's #1 thing, Chris. And when we planned our date, we planned on going dancing afterwards, but the club was closed down. So just wanted to give her a sneak peek for the next date.
Of what she missed. Okay. And Brandon, how do you feel about that? He's talking about next date already.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm not worried about what
Now,
she feels.
Farrah, what about your date plans? Do they get all messed up like we heard about Brandon's?
A little bit. Brandon was at my house earlier, so I was supposed to leave at 11, didn't leave until 3.
Okay, so that's like 4 hours in the afternoon, and Brandon detained you?
Pretty much.
No, I
Okay.
didn't detain her. That was her choice.
No.
She asked.
He was at my house. I didn't want my date to come while he's
So,
at my
Darren,
house.
here she is 4 hours later. Did you know why she was late?
Well, yeah, she had actually told me she was at the beauty salon getting her hair done and her eyebrows done.
Oops.
I guess that wasn't the case.
No, obviously not. So, Farrah, you were talking about lying earlier, and so you lied to your date. That's not real cool.
I didn't want to just tell him, I can't go because my boyfriend's here. I mean,
All right, so let's talk about some of the good things. What's the first thing you noticed about Darren when you finally hooked up?
his eyebrows. I love eyes on a guy. And he just has, he's stylish. Look at him. He dresses well. He wears nice shoes. And he had on Kenneth Coles when he came to my house. I was like, wow.
So you were okay. The shoes are everything. Who knew? Now, Farrah, what about the date? Anything special planned for you?
Actually, when he first picked me up, we went back to his house and he made me brunch. It was really good.
That's a nice little touch, I would say. Now, Farrah, would Brandon ever do anything like that for you?
No.
She's never asked me to, so
Well,
I've
you're not
never.
supposed to have to ask. See, that's the point, I think. Farrah, how bad are Brandon's homemaking skills? Just on a, scale of 1 to 10. Is it really bad?
He doesn't do anything. I mean, he every once in a while cleans the mirror, but that's because he's always in it. But other than that, like, chores around the house, he doesn't do.
I clean my house on a regular basis. She's the one who, I've washed her car for her more than 10 times, and 2 days later, it looks like a bomb blew up in it.
So she got her own issues with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Farrah, earlier, Brandon and Diamond were out on their date. They were talking about the future. What about Darren? Is that a kind of guy that you might have a future with?
Brandon is the kind of guy that any girl would just love to have. He's ambitious. He has his own car. He has a job. He's educated.
You said my name, bro.
Sure did.
Which shows you a little something. It shows you where her mind is at.
That's fair. I understand you're a little bit busted there. But let's go back to Darren, because that's who you were talking about. Darren, I understand you wrote some poetry for Farrah.
Right.
Could you share something with us?
Sure.
All right, give us a little poetic moment here on Change of Heart.
Farrah, in my dream, you were beautiful and divine. But when I saw you, you were sexy and oh so fine.
See that? A couple of lines like that,
Also
Brandon?
Fine sounds like a song from the 80s or something.
But he wrote it. It's the thought that counts.
Darren, what about the date afterwards? You guys were going to go shoot pool after brunch, is that right?
Yeah, we went and shot some pool after the brunch, and we stopped after a couple games because she was looking kind of tense. So I wanted to give her a little back massage, shoulder massage, loosen her up.
Now, shooting pool doesn't seem like it's that strenuous. I mean, why was she so tense?
Right. Well, she had said that she had been having little troubles during the week with her man, so I wanted to make sure, our date was real loose. So I wanted to loosen her up.
All right. So he's offering up some stress relief. And Farrah, did you enjoy that physicalness?
Oh my gosh, Darren has magical fingers. I enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I've been touched like that.
Right. Oh, a long time. Brandon, is that true? When's the last time you were in there rubbing away?
I've been moving for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I go to work after I move, so I think I should get a massage every now and then. I've been moving for the past 3 weeks.
Okay. Now, Farrah, what about your evening plans? Are they a little more relaxed than the pool shooting earlier?
Oh, definitely went back to his mom's house to change, and we got into something a little more upscale because we had dinner in Beverly Hills.
So you're going for a really nice dinner. Now, Darren, earlier we heard Brandon talking about Farrah's really big, ugly briefs. You didn't get a peek at those, did you?
No, actually they weren't big and ugly, but her thong was sticking out the back of her pants.
Oh.
Once again, she dresses up for other things.
So she could pull her shirt down so, everybody wouldn't get a sneak peek that I got.
Well, that was very nice of you.
Exactly, that was very nice.
Now, dinner in Beverly Hills, how was that?
It was wonderful. We had a nice corner booth where we just sat there and we talked, candlelight, everything, and conversation was really good.
So it sounds like quite the romantic setting that you had going on there. So you had good conversation. All right. Now, you said, Farrah, that Darren has a job, and that's really important. Now, I'm just kind of curious as far as Brandon.
Brandon has a job, but he works for his daddy.
So you don't think that counts?
To an extent.
Okay, but it's a little easier.
I mean, anyone can work for their parents.
Mm-hmm. Now, Farrah, let's talk about after dinner. Was that the end of the date? Did you call it a night or what?
Well, Brandon had paged me earlier in the date, so...
I paged you at 3:30. What time did you guys go
5.
eat? No, 3:30.
We're talking about PM or AM here?
PM.
Oh, okay,
PM.
earlier in the afternoon.
He paged me, and he was just kind of on my mind the whole entire... Well, not the entire time, but off and on. I kept thinking about, oh my gosh, should I call him back, should I not? So
he was in your mind a little bit, so did that alter the way the date ended?
No, I don't think it altered the way it ended, because Darren is a really great guy, and I had a lot of fun, so I think it went well. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm kind of torn between the two.
Yeah, but at the end, though, were you thinking maybe I should invite Darren in or not, or?
Well, I couldn't invite him in because I wasn't sure if Brandon was there. Brandon does have a key to my house, so.
Oh, that would have been a nice surprise.
So you would have invited him in? So you would have?
I don't know.
And Darren, what about you? Could you
know.
tell she was maybe a little preoccupied with Brandon?
Yeah, I knew he had paged her, and I could tell she kind of had something on her mind. I didn't think she appeared too eager to call him back because we both had fun, but at the same time, I just wanted to end the day with a hug because I could tell, I wasn't sure how it was going.
And that's a nice way for things to have ended. Okay, definitely. Now we need to know which guy holds the key to Farrah's heart. Stay with us to find out. We'll be right back. Decision time now. Brandon and Farrah came here hoping to build trust because she says he's not faithful and he says she's not loyal. And honestly, I'm not sure who's hopelessly devoted to whom here. So let's find out. Brandon, we're going to start with you. Okay. Obviously, you care about Farrah and you were hoping that you could have some more good days as opposed to all the bad days you guys have been having lately.
Definitely.
You went out with Diamond. It started out a little rough, but it ended up pretty good. What do you say?
Well, I'm going to stay together because even though me and Diamond had a lot in common as term future companion, I know in my heart Farrah's my soulmate, and there's no doubt.
So you say stay together, okay? Diamond, sorry things didn't work out for you. A little mixed review from the audience here. Farrah, let's get your response now. Now, Brandon wants to stay with you. We set you out with Darren. You guys had a great time. In fact, he was more thoughtful. You felt that it was a little different vibe going on there. What do you say?
Darren is everything I could look for in a guy. But Brandon's my sweetheart.
So you say, stay together. Darren, sorry things didn't work out for you either. So, Farrah, I guess you're hoping that Brandon was paying attention and picking up on some of the things that Darren gave you, and he'll be able to do the same. Well, Brandon, I hope you were taking notes, and good luck in the future, the two of you. That is our show for today. Thanks to Diamond and Darren, and also good luck to Brandon and Farrah, and we'll see you next time on Change of Heart.